Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. I think summer is the season for college entrance examination in China and India. So it happened to us 6 years ago. We want to discuss how this exam affect our life.
This is only 6 years for you?
Yeah, only
oh my
6
God.
years.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
We're going to discuss it based on 5 questions. The first one is introduce our background. Let me introduce my part first. I gave this exam 2019 and my rank was around 12 percentile of Beijing, and I got in a top 30 university in China, and I studied information management and information system.
Top 30, so nice. For me, I gave the joint entrance examination, which is like a national exam. I didn't end up doing too well in it. I got 30k out of like 1.3 million. So finally I got into a private university called UPS. I guess it's tier 2 or tier 3, but I just went there because I knew I always wanted to do computer science as my undergrad.
Okay, I think our college entrance exam is quite different because we have different education system.
Right.
So let's explain to the audience how our exams are. So for me in China, they are 9 objects in total, 3 compulsories: Chinese, math, and English. 150 marks for each of them.
Okay.
And there are 6 selected ones: physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, and politics.
Okay.
100 marks for each of them. So we can choose whichever 3 you want to study. And every province have different test paper. So the top universities would decide how many students I want to take from this province based on the difficulty of the exam and based on the population of this province. And the college entrance rate, generally speaking, across the nation is 34%, I think, on average. For some province cities with better education, the rate can reach 70% each. So that's why people would love to send their kids to study in a province with better education source. And by the way, every year there are around 10 million students go for this exam.
10 million?
10 million. So that's basically how the exam is.
I guess for us, when you're 16, 10th standard is what we call it. After that, we are supposed to choose our stream. It's either science or commerce, arts, and humanities. I chose science. So for me, the exam was JEE. It's like the national exam. For this, only 3 things they really ask for is physics, chemistry, maths, PCM.
Okay.
That's it. It's very intense, but it's only these 3 subjects. Very difficult questions. It's very competitive. We just focus on these 3. And based on the result, the score that you get, I guess 90% of the colleges will take you directly based on your scores itself.
Okay, so you share the same test paper across the country.
The exam that I told you just now, yes.
Okay, understand. Well, so you have to make up your mind in really early age.
When you're 16, and especially a stupid kid like me, I had no idea. It's a very early stage decision, but it's really impactful, at least in the early few years,
Understand. Right? The third question is, do you work on what you studied right now?
Currently.
Yes, let me answer first then.
Okay.
I think pretty much yes. Similar things, I learned coding in uni and I'm doing coding work now. But I think the hands-on things I'm doing is much more complicated than what I studied. Overall speaking, I think I'm working on what I studied. How about you?
If you consider my bachelor's, computer science, right? So I worked for 5 years as a developer itself. So in a way I did.
Okay.
But yeah, I just shifted into more business side. So right now, as of now, no, I don't.
Okay. So next question is, do you think this exam affect your current life? How much does it affect?
I guess from the access of studies, it was all same, right? Regardless of which university you go to, you have the information in hand. It's not the problem of having the knowledge. So I think the only things that would be different if I were to get into the top league would be that I have a better brand reputation from my bachelor's and maybe better job opportunities right as soon as I enter the market, right? That's the only difference. But I think now, after so many years, it doesn't really make sense or it doesn't really matter. Especially when I'm in Singapore, nobody knows really that much about these colleges.
Okay. So for me, I think it does affect me, at least in short term, like 5 to 8 years. I still think this exam is the most cost-effective way to get resource to let people know you are capable of studying. And I think it does open the door for my master's. It opens the door for internships in big companies for me. But I think what I'm having now is not exactly from this exam. It depends on how your attitude of your life more. Because I met people who didn't do super well in this exam, but after 4 years, they work hard, they get into the top postgraduate school. And I also saw people in the other way. So I really think it affects you for the first 10 years
Yeah.
after graduation, but your attitude, your ability, and your action affects more about where will you go.
It reminded me of something similar my prof used to say when I was in university. He said either you work hard during 11th and 12th standard and get into IITs. If not, you work hard during your college and get to a good job.
Yes.
Or you just work hard to get another job after that. Either way, the point is that it's all in your hands. It's not the end of the world.
Yes.
But it's all about the effort that you have to put in to get to the point you want to be.
Yeah. As for students who are still in high school, I still think it worth to work hard during these 3 years because it's really cost effective. The resource you can get, the reputation you get from the school is more than you as a person, at least for the early years. The last question is, with a second chance, would you do anything different? Will you still choose this school, this major?
You know how what do you call butterfly effect? It's like I changed something in past and some. I don't want to change anything. I'm really happy with my life as it is now. So if anything changes because of that, then no, I don't want to. But if I were to not impact my future, I would really want to put in more effort into my studies. I think the volume was too much for me, intensity was too much. Granted, it doesn't change my future. I meet you still, right? Then it's okay.
For me, I think at the age of 18, my vision believed that's the best decision I could make. That's the best school, best major I could choose. So I think I don't blame me at that age. And right now, I still like the decision I had. So I think I won't change. So that's all we want to share regarding our experience of college entrance exam. There are always people at the age of 18. You are making your decision now. And hope you enjoy the coming 4 years of uni life. That will be colorful, that will be impactful of your life. And also, no need to be regretful for anything you have done before because I think the decision you made is the best one.
Yeah, it's just going to be a small decision in the end of your entire life, right? And give your 100% and don't worry about anything else. Just give your absolute best and leave the rest to whatever happens.
So that's all. See you in the next video. Bye bye.